What's up, you guys? I'm going to talk about my diet. I don't talk about it too much because I've made attempts at low sugar, low carb, keto, carnivore, intermittent fasting. I've done all of those, and I just keep going back to my regular way of eating. And the reason why I don't really talk too much about it is because I don't want to give people the wrong idea nor set a bad example. But very simply, I eat whatever I want. I'm back to doing that. I eat a very high carbohydrate diet. I do not really care that much. I know it sounds terrible, but I am being honest. I've never really thought about my diet much. If whatever degree of muscularity and definition I carry, a lot of that is a combination of my genetics and just the way I train and how long I've been training. I've been training since I was a little boy, and I've been training for combat. I never made it into the military. I had some surgical procedures that disqualified me from service, but I've always trained for that. So, but my diet has never, I have literally, I don't think I've put an hour's worth of thought into my diet in my entire 55 years of life. That being said, for about a month now, I've been doing something very different that I've never done before. I've taken 1 month off from all hard training, cardio, anything that is physically or mentally taxing. I am trying to avoid and keep to a very minimum. So that being said, I have not gained any weight. I started this whole thing a month ago at about 200 pounds. I'm still about 200 pounds, so I haven't gained or lost anything. But I feel fantastic. I feel super good. And one thing that I do notice that happened within 2 weeks of me actually just giving my body the rest and the kind of recovery it needed was, prior to doing this, I was always hungry and I was gravitating towards high sugar, high carbohydrate foods because I think my body was very overtrained or under recovered, and I was just constantly grabbing for food. I was also only getting 5 or less hours of sleep a night, and that's been my entire life. So in the last month, I've really gone double down on my sleep and just giving my joints and my muscles and my nervous system full recovery and focusing on just rest. And something interesting that's occurred in the last 2 weeks, my appetite seems to have just changed, or my metabolism, therefore my appetite has adapted to, I think, this lower expenditure of calories that I'm in right now. And my appetite has dropped to almost very nothing. And it's great. I think I'm in a way, and my body, now that it realizes that it can rest, it's now in a fasting state. And I'm intermittent fasting now, and without even thinking of it or trying. I will wake up with a cup of coffee, and but I can now go just drinking water and 1 cup of coffee. I can go till it's almost 2 o'clock or whatever where I am right now, and I'm cool. Now, when I do get hungry, and this has always been something I've done, honestly, these pistachio nuts and these Brazil nuts, I can probably live on those forever. I also eat strawberries, sometimes non-organic. And I eat mango and fruit, kind of high sugar stuff. In Hawaii, we have super good mangoes, so I'm just gonna eat them. And but right now, I still eat hamburgers. I eat French fries. I'll take a sip of Coke or 2 or 3. I don't consume alcohol. or drugs. And while we're on the topic, I know a lot of you are curious on whether I have or if I use drugs, TRT, I should say PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. I'm gonna look you right in the eye. I have never ever used any performance enhancing drugs ever in my life. I don't have a reason to. I haven't cared enough to. I'm too cheap, I'm too scared. I shouldn't say scared. I'm probably ignorant as to how these compounds work, and I don't care. I do not care. I've never cared. I wasn't a jock in high school. You know, I was kind of this weed smoking paramilitary, wanting to go in the military guy. Ended up not getting in there, but I continued smoking some weed. Oh. But but right now it's real simple. I eat whatever I want. Here's the main takeaway, I guess, I guess I've always been this way. When I'm hungry, anyone that knows me will tell you I can put it down. But in general, especially now that I'm older, ever since I turned like 50, my appetite and my propensity to eat large quantities of food has gone down a lot. So I eat whatever I want. I eat waffles, I eat whipped cream you spray out of a can. I eat all kinds of crap. The other day I ate an entire bag of Haribo gummy colas from Germany, and I had no regrets. So I eat a lot of junk. I eat a lot of stuff that is not ideal, but I do not eat too much of it. After I said I just ate an entire bag of it. But I don't eat gummy colas often. And on the back end of some of the indiscretions that I indulge in, I go for periods of time of eating nothing. So even though I do eat randomly, I don't put an ounce of thought into what I eat, what's in front of me, I eat. I like to be social, I like to enjoy the company of the people I'm with, and if they're gonna eat fried yummy whatever, then I'm gonna have fried yummy whatever with them. But at the same time, I do not recommend that. I'm just honestly telling you what I do, okay? So let's see, I think aside from that, that's the deal on my eating right now. I eat whatever's in front of me, but I just don't eat a lot of it. I rarely feel stuffed or full at the end of any meal I eat it, and I think that has a lot to do with things, because your diet is not always going to be perfect. And when I was younger, my attitude about diet was I wanted to train my metabolism to be the AK-47 of metabolisms. Like, so an AK-47 rifle, you can put any kind of ammunition through it, the worst, lowest quality, dirty, crappy, sandy ammunition, and that gun can just eat it all up. Well, I've always considered myself that way with food. You can put anything in me, and my attitude is, I'm gonna just burn it up. I've always been like that, and I deeply believe that, and I feel that. So when I eat something gross or not that good, I don't eat anything gross. Everything I eat is quite tasty, but I make sure that on the back end of that I somehow burn that up. And that seems to work for me at least. Anyway, that's the dump on my diet for now. Much love and aloha to you.